Hi, welcome to the Escondido Podcast. I hope you had a great Friday at opening night on Cruising Grand. Let's see, some things have come up this week regarding Kit Carson Park. How many times do the people of Escondido have to fight for the things they already own? How many times do residents have to show up at meetings, write letters, sign petitions, and speak from the heart before City Hall finally gets a message? Kit Carson Park is not vacant land. It is not a development opportunity. It's not a politician's blank canvas. It's one of the crown jewels of Escondido. Generations of families have made memories there. Children learn to ride bikes there. People walk on trails, picnic under trees, attend concerts, community events, and spend time with friends and family. It's one of the few places left where people can enjoy being together without spending a dime. And now we're being told that part of this beloved public park should become an ice rink project, a project that many of the residents never even asked for, a project that would permanently change one of Escondido's most treasured public spaces. And people are asking a very reasonable question. Why Kit Carson Park? Why here? Why one of the most successful public parks in the city? Because once you start building on public parkland, you don't get a do-over. You don't get to rewind. You don't get to put the trees back, restore the views, or create a feeling of open space that took decades to become part of the community. Once it's changed forever. And that's exactly why so many residents are paying attention, because this isn't about just an ice rink. It's about a pattern where major decisions seem to move forward despite growing public concern. A pattern where residents increasingly feel public input is treated like a box to check instead of guidance to follow. A pattern that has left many people wondering whether community meetings are about listening or about selling a decision that's already been made. That's why this issue has struck a nerve. People aren't just protecting the park, they're protecting their voice. They're protecting the idea that public land belongs to the public. They're protecting the principle that elected officials should represent the community, not manage around it. And let's be honest, Mayor Dane White has developed a reputation that concerns many residents. Whether you agree with him or not, one criticism comes up again and again. Too many people feel like decisions are announced before the public is truly heard. Too many people feel like concerns are acknowledged but not addressed. Too many people walk away feeling like their participation didn't matter. People feel like this project has been in the works for a while before being brought to the public's attention. That may not be the intention of the council members, but I believe it is. And perception matters. Trust matters. And when trust starts to erode, every controversial project becomes bigger than the project itself. And that's exactly what's happening here. Because this debate isn't really about the ice rink. It's about accountability, transparency, and whether the people of Escondido still have a meaningful voice in shaping their own city. Why does it require sacrificing a parkland? Why is the choice being framed as either you support the ice rink or you oppose recreation? That's just a false choice. Escondido is a city full of smart people, creative people, problem solvers. There are other locations. There are redevelopment opportunities. There are commercial properties. There are alternatives. What there isn't is another Kit Carson Park. You can build a rink somewhere else. You cannot build another Kit Carson Park, not with its history, character, memories, and established wildlife and trees. Not with the role it plays in the lives of thousands of residents each year. Parks are not empty spaces. They are community space. And once community starts losing open space, they usually don't realize what they had until it's gone. The next generations deserves the same trails, the same views, the same open space, to feed the same ducks, all that stuff. The same feeling that this place belongs to everyone. Not because we're against progress, but because real progress includes protecting the things that already make sense and already are working in a city. The people speaking up aren't radicals. They're parents and grandparents and neighbors and taxpayers, residents who love their city. People who simply believe that some places are worth preserving. And if City Hall truly wants to know how people feel, The answer is simple. Listen. Listen to the families and the park users and the residents who have been enjoying this park. Because leadership isn't about pushing a project through. It's about earning trust and listening to people when they speak and understanding that the public office is temporary, but the decisions about public land last forever. The people of Escondido are speaking. The question is whether City Hall is listening. If you believe Kit Carson Park should remain a park, speak up. Attend meetings, contact city leaders, talk to your neighbors, share information. Hopefully there's a petition, sign the petition. Make your voice impossible to ignore because parks don't defend themselves, communities do. And if enough people stand together, the message will be impossible to miss. Keep Kit Carson a park. Protect our space, protect our voice, and protect what makes Escondido special. Please come out on June 9th, this Tuesday at 6 p.m. at the Vineyard Room, East Valley Community Center. And then again, do not forget to show up June 13th, 9 a.m. in the Mitchell Room at City Hall. Again, thanks for showing up.